Hello, and hopefully this will be quick. I just wanted to do two things. One is another quick demo of the two mods working in conjunction with each other. Two, answer the question of whether or not I have the bug fix for the radio stations, and I believe I do. Not that I went out and discovered it myself. Um, I had actually done quite a bit of research on it last year when people first started raising the question, and I actually put a fix in place. I just, at the time, right when I was publishing the mod, I had a lot of things happen in real life, and I never got around to updating it. Hence, the mod kind of stayed static for over a year. Um, so, a quick explanation. As far as what I could determine back then, um, there is a problem with the radio stations and the way the game scripts them that and I noticed this with the original. If you turn the radio off and then turn it back on, it would shuffle the songs. It would pick up someplace else in the playlist. Um, and apparently, that was a faulty scripting on Bethesda's part. And the way they got around it was they set up they set up some NPCs scattered around the Commonwealth that are radio speakers that are silently playing all of the radio stations that the game uses that come with it. So at no point in time is the radio station not being played. It's always being played. So, and there's a couple guys came up with some creative ways of doing that for the other few radio mods that do work. Um, I just jammed a receiver into a counter and it's on right now. Um, and that may be the few people that have told me that they've had an issue with the mod. The majority of people said I haven't heard anything, but I've had a couple of people come back and say, "Hey, it doesn't work. I had to uninstall it, reinstall it. It's just not worth it." And I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to reload the mod. Remove it and then have to reload it just so I can enjoy some music. I can turn on iTunes or Spotify or something like that if that's what you want to do. Essentially, there are each mod has a receiver right now that are playing. I didn't go for the completely silent. I just turned them down as low as I possibly could. But they are both situated at Drumlin Diner. There was a reason why I picked Drumlin last year. I cannot for the life of me remember what the hell that reason was. Uh, but I'm going to leave them there for now. Um, but yeah, so there is a potential conflict with both mods, and anything that touches the Drumlin Diner shell or the where where the shopkeeper actually I can't think of her name right now, where she stands, because the receivers are buried in one of the counters over there. That being said, the frequencies, I scoured and I went through and I found, where people are using their frequencies. My frequencies do not impinge on anything. I play some settlements and some settlements too. I've had quite a few other radio mods. I've run through the game with the original mod, and the radio never impinged on any of it that I could tell. I didn't have any problems with it. Once I put the fix in place, the game ran fine, and the mod lasted. You know, granted, I wasn't playing every day. There was a couple months where I didn't get to touch it at all, but overall, until I started dicking around with it to update it a little bit and move it, the static items, the craftables, away from the special menu into the furniture menu, I never had to reload the mod. So that being said, Do I have a solution for the bug? Yes. Is it the quote unquote bug fix? Not really. It's a workaround. But it's the same workaround Bethesda's using. It's out there in the Commonwealth right now. There are NPCs that are broadcasting silently the radios that Bethesda themselves use in the game. So, that being said, let's take a look at what we got. As I said, you can actually have both radios. So, this one starts playing. And before, because of the way it was scripted, or because of the way Bethesda handles the scripts for the radios, if I turn this back on, it's going to be a different song. No, at this point, same song. It's progressing, even if it's off. Because over there in Drumlin Diner, they're quietly not listening to it because they can't hear it, but see, it's still going. Pre-war classic radio shuffle, same deal. So this song starts. I can turn it off. Stumble around over here. This is a brand new fresh load, so let's. I don't know why I do that. I can go ahead and show you that it's no longer. It used to be the craftables were under the specials menu. They're under furniture and under miscellaneous. Right now, I only have the original pre-war radios. Need some rubber. I only have the original pre-war radios, so that you can craft them in here. I went with the Pip-Boy only mod for the other one for this demonstration. But as you can tell, they're there. You can craft it over here and turn it on, and we should still hear some more of Creedence at this point. Oops, nope. Would you stop it? See, and it's still going. So, the nice thing about these radios, I don't know if I mentioned it, I increased the broadcast range, and there's really not a lot of drop off. So, if you activate the stupid thing, and you can run quite a bit away from it, and it gets quiet about here. You can take maybe 3 of these things and blanket sanctuary. So turn it off, and if you go into the radio, songs still progressing because old Drumlin over there, old Double D, they're listening to it right now, and this one's still going along with what it's doing too. So I hope that dispels any qualms anybody has about whether or not the script is the radio is going to go silent on it. It should not go silent. I'm doing the exact same thing that Bethesda is doing. I'm just doing it in a different way. However, I would suggest that if you have anything that modifies Drumlin Diner itself, if you have any mod that's touched it, where they might have possibly deleted the radio out of there, that you put both of these mods below that Drumlin Diner mod in the load order. If you do that, I mean, they can strip it to the ground. You just wander over there and you'll see 2 receivers sitting there, or 1 receiver sitting there. 2 if you've got the mod loaded twice. So I hope that explains it. I hope people understand a little bit better now. You can craft these radios and speakers depending on which. The original mod, I don't have it split up anymore. It's just the mod with the Pip-Boy radio and the speakers in the radio. The newer mod, you do have the option of just having the Pip-Boy radio station only. Or you can craft the speakers in the radio as well. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. So, once again, I hope that explains it. I know I rambled a little bit, but once again, I've also been up 12 hours past what I expected to be up. I just couldn't sleep last night. OCD demanded that I put the craftables into the new mod. So anyway, hope you enjoy, and if you do, happy gaming. Enjoy your music, and if you one last note, if you actually follow one of my earlier tutorials about how to combine 4 tracks of music into one XVM file. 4 tracks into one file, and you got 50 files that you can replace. It's 200 songs. You can put 400 songs potentially into Fallout 4, and you'll never run out of music. You listen to music for days. All right, folks. Happy gaming.